Within 15 hours, the bodies of 3 Belize City men who went out on a fishing trip were discovered floating in the Caribbean Sea, two at Swallow Key, which is located about 3 miles from Belize City, and the other in the water near Reggae Street in the Old Capital. On Thursday evening, the body of Travis Cooke was discovered with a single gunshot wound to the head, floating near the popular fishing camp.
They found in the sea a body floating, which was clothed with a black shirt and a black and burgundy in color boxers. The body was retrieved and police observed it had an apparent gunshot wound to the body. It was brought to Belize City and thereafter transported to the medical college at the Buralboom Junction, where a post-mortem was conducted. Whilst the police was conducting the post-mortem along with the doctor, a family member arrived and identified the body as that of Travis Cooke, 23 years old, Belizean of a Holy Emmanuel Street address.
Cooke died as a result of traumatic shock from gunshot wounds, and due to the advanced state of decomposition, family members told News 5 that he was buried after 1 o'clock this morning. By 6 a.m. today, another body was retrieved. Ernest Wills Senior, who was the captain of the boat, was found dead in the sea near Yabra. The 49-year-old fisherman of Mahogany Street returned on Monday from collecting lobsters. On Tuesday morning, he and 4 men, including Cooke, Winston, Santos, Jamar Martinez, and Allison Jones, set out to sea on a fishing trip. Around 6:30 on Wednesday morning was the last time anyone had contact with the men when Wills Senior called his common-law wife. His children, Erica Wills and Ernest Jr., say that from then their father's phone went unanswered, and this morning their worst fears were confirmed.
My mom called me after 10 and told me, "Girl, you know something?" I said, "What, ma?" He said, "Your pa dead." I said, "No, ma, my pa not dead." He said, "Yes, your pa dead." I said, "Wait." He said, "He got the key." And then they said that he dead. He said, "The young man, when I find me there with your pa," I said, "No, ma, my pa not dead because I want to feel it." And my mama said, "Yes, he dead." So when I gonna work this morning, I just have a vibes, and I say, if the my pa, they will find my pa today. Please let them find my pa today. And said so done, and I gone to the morgue, and the police come, and then they put it up on the Facebook, and I identified that that's my pa with a female tattoo on my right shoulder. I know that's my pa because I just feel my heart start to flatten when I see that picture, and I tell them that's my father. My father just leave 4 children behind, 2 girls and 2 boys, and 1 granddaughter. I don't know why people have to take away my father. My father is a loving person. My father is a fisherman. From I know myself.
Every day, every morning when he's not at key, I go and heal him. And we talk, we joke, we mess around and things.
Whoever take away my father, God knows, and God will help you, and God will deal with you. I'm telling you, you just take away an innocent man from us.
At about 6:30 this morning, police were called at Reggae Street at the seaside, where police, upon arrival, observed the decomposed body of a male person floating on the seaside. The person was dressed in a khaki shirt and a khaki and 3/4 pants. The person was face down, and as a result, police retrieved the body. Just after dealing with that body, police received another information of another body floating north of Swallow Key. It is the same distance, about 3 miles off Belize City. So as a result, police proceeded to that location, and somewhere in the mangrove, police were able to observe the body of a male person floating on the sea, only clad with a boxers, with a black boxers. Police retrieved the body, and the body was transported to the medical center, where again family members arrived and identified the body as that of Mr. Winston Santos, 40 years, Belizean, of Karna Mopan and St. Jude Street. All the bodies had apparent gunshot wounds on it.
So where are Jamar Martinez and Allison Jones? They remain unaccounted for at this time, and police say that their families have yet to report them missing. It is known, however, that they were on the fishing trip with the deceased men and were expected to return either today or on Saturday. Did they suffer the same fate and their bodies too will soon surface?
The information that we had received is that it was a group of fishermen that had left from Belize City en route to one of the keys, which is about 10 miles off of Belize City, where they are fishing for lobster. And I believe that they departed on Tuesday morning. And the last time it was heard from them was Wednesday at about 6 in the morning.
How many persons were in that initial group?
This is something that we are trying to establish at this moment. Those are the only 3 bodies that we have found so far. We know that according to interviews conducted with other family members, we understand that there's a possibility of 2 more persons being with them.
So what could have motivated the vicious crime against these fishermen? ASP Alejandro Cowas says that investigators are looking for clues, including that the murders may be drug-related.
It is something that we cannot discard, and it is a possibility that we are looking at also likewise.
Is it believed that these men were involved in some kind of illicit activity out at sea?
As I had mentioned, I explained to you that we have interviewed the family members, and they have indicated to us that they were there at a sorting key doing conducting fishing, no? That is what they have been doing for the past 2 weeks.
Duane, Moody for News 5.